What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be taking a quick look at the brand new 4K Blu-ray of the Super Mario Bros. Movie from Universal Pictures. But really quick, before I talk about how the movie looks and sounds on 4K, let me give you a quick little review of what I thought of the movie. I thought the movie was a ton of fun. It really captured all the greatness of the Mario games. Though the plot is nothing really special, in fact the plot is very predictable, I honestly wasn't looking for anything like groundbreaking or immersive or like twists and turns when it came to the plot, because the games themselves aren't very complicated. So the plot of this movie, I think, shouldn't be too complicated either. You can honestly predict what's going to happen in the story, where characters are going to go, and I'm honestly, like I said, I'm fine with that because the games didn't have complicated plots either. I'm fine with it as long as you keep the spirit and tone and look of the video games, and they do that very well in this film. I think all the voice actors did a terrific job. The movie looks good. The movie has good music incorporated into it. It's not modern, if that makes sense. You know, these movies, a good example are the Alvin and the Chipmunks movies and the Smurfs movies. They modernize those movies to the point where it's almost distracting. Thank God none of that is in this movie. I think the most modernization stuff we get in the film is Luigi has a smartphone, and that's in the movie for like 15-20 seconds. And overall, it's a really fun movie. I really do recommend it, and I'm honestly not surprised that the movie made a lot of money and we're probably going to get a sequel. This movie did what it needed to do very well, and yeah, it played it safe, but after that abomination that was the 1993 movie that is just absolutely terrible, and I don't recommend that movie at all, I don't blame the filmmakers of this movie for playing it a little bit more safe to show that they can make a good Mario movie. So yeah, I definitely recommend the movie. I honestly just watched it a couple hours ago, and it's still a ton of fun. So let's talk about how the movie looks and sounds on 4K, starting with the picture quality. And I thought the picture quality looked really good here on 4K. The detail's pretty clear for the most part. However, I did notice that it looked like there was some artificial film grain that was put into this movie. And, you know, with this being an animated movie, it was shot digitally. At least I think it was shot digitally. But there were some parts in the movie where it looked like there was some film grain in it. So either I was wrong about it being shot digitally, or Universal put some artificial film grain in the film. But given how animated movies are mostly filmed nowadays, I think it's safe to assume that there was some artificial film grain put into this 4K release here. But the picture quality is still really good here. It's very clear. The HDR color grading, however, is what I think is gonna blow people away. The HDR color grading I thought was really great here. The bright levels are very, very bright, while the dark levels are very, very dark, which is a good balance of what you want when it comes to 4K. You want bright whites and dark blacks, and I thought it was balanced out very well here. And all the colors throughout this movie, from the Mushroom Kingdom to Rainbow Road, they just leap off the screen. And there were a couple times where I noticed the color seemed just a bit too saturated at times, but it honestly didn't affect my enjoyment of the picture. Now, in terms of the sound, we do get a Dolby Atmos track with this, and honestly, I wasn't too impressed with it. Yes, dialogue is very clear, and yes, the music and songs sound really good too, but when it came to the sound effects of action scenes, it didn't really blow me away all that much as other 4K discs did. Honestly, the Super Mario Bros. Movie should be a perfect example of Dolby Atmos sound when it comes to effects and action in the film, but honestly, like I said, it didn't really do all that much for me. There were a few times here and there where my subwoofer really kicked in and the bass sounded pretty good, but for the most part, the sound effects lacked a little bit with the Dolby Atmos sound. Although, if you're worried about dialogue and music, it's pretty good. So it's not a great track, but it is a pretty good track. So yeah, you could take that as you will. Now, in terms of packaging, you get a couple different options to pick up. I just got the standard 4K slipcover edition. So there's the front cover, there's the spine, there's the back portion, and when you take the slipcover off, same thing on the front and the back. You open it up, you do get a digital code, and then your 4K and Blu-ray discs are right here. You get some pretty decent imagery on the 4K disc. You get Rainbow Road, but you get nothing for the standard Blu-ray, just a clear Blu-ray disc, but in red. So nothing really fancy, no new artwork on the inside or anything like that. It's a basic release from Universal, but honestly, it does the job. It's nice to look at, and all the characters on the outside here are embossed. So you know, it is pretty cool packaging, even though it's the basic edition. Other packaging options, I think Walmart has an exclusive gift set that you can get, and Best Buy, of course, has an exclusive Steelbook. Target, I think, does have an exclusive too, but that's only for a standard Blu-ray. It's like a lenticular cover. So if you don't have a 4K system yet and you want some sort of exclusive from stores, I would go with the Target edition. But when it comes to the 4K, you do have a couple options. You get the standard version here, and like I said, you get a Steelbook from Best Buy, and I think a gift set from Walmart. So overall, guys, I definitely recommend picking up the Super Mario Brothers movie on 4K. Not demo-worthy 4K quality, but still really great imagery here from Universal. Not very good sound, but you know, it's not a bad track either. It does the job. I just wish it would have done a little bit more, but it doesn't affect my overall enjoyment of the movie. Like I said, it still does the job, and it still warrants a recommendation for me. So obviously I do recommend picking up the disc version. I'm not quite sure how the Blu-ray looks. I should have demoed the Blu-ray before I did this video, but you know, Blu-ray quality has come such a long way since the early days of Blu-ray. So honestly, I would say the Blu-ray would look good too. I can't imagine how they would mess up the standard Blu-ray of this. So whatever version you decide to pick up, I do recommend it either way. But if you have the 4K capability, definitely get the 4K. It's the best the movie will ever look. And yeah, that's my 4K review for the Super Mario Brothers movie. So that's my review, guys. Just like always, let me know your thoughts and opinions on the movie and the 4K edition if you picked it up down in the comment section below. And just like always, guys, thank you again so much for watching. Look forward to my review of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade coming very soon. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like and share it. Subscribe right here if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, take care.